Yeah, videotaping room boy, yeah, videotaping. You see, my kids, I got my teacher in my time, boy, I can't take the trolley. Because I'm dancing, because I want to have some fun with my kids, I tell them I can't take the trolley. They're crazy, yeah, videotaping their room boy. You can't do shit, boy. Don't touch me, don't touch me. Don't fucking touch me. It's just kids, baby. Oh, let him go home, he got kids. He got kids, nigga. Wow. I don't do nothing around you.
I'm not. What the fuck? Dude, look out for my car. Ah, my head, bro. Stop moving and we won't. Oh my god, dude, you're on my car. Get away from the camera. Hey.
How far?
Dude, I had head cancer.
Photography's not illegal.
Look, I had head cancer, honey. I had brain cancer. Dude, please get off my fucking...
What's a gun without bullets and what's a bullet without aim? And what am I if I'm not funny? On my backside, it seems you understand when the elbow run away when I ask. So what's the point in making if you can't even listen? I've been waiting all my life to freeze this feeling in plastic. Even if I sell my soul for a small they can cash between the misspelled words and all the black sheep compounds. I'll be wasting with my smile. Go ahead, tip them off. I'll be waiting, I'll be ready for the war taking place in the middle of my city. Bring your guns, bring your kids, bring your lives, bring your friends. Go ahead and tip them off. I'll be waiting, I'll be ready for the war taking place in the middle of our cities. Bring your guns, bring your kids, bring your lives, bring your friends.
Sure. You have a ticket pass?
Yeah.
Sure. Alright, we've asked you not to take pictures. So no taking pictures.
Is that violation of the law?
Yeah, no pictures.
What about video?
No video, nothing.
It's against the law?
We don't want it.
But it's not
It's
against the
against
law.
our rights. Please stop.
Okay, where can I go? Can I go over there?
We don't want pictures taken at all over here, sir.
But it's not illegal.
We don't want you taking pictures.
I got you don't want taking
Thank
pictures,
you.
but it's not illegal.
Thank you for stop
Not illegal.
taking pictures.
So I'll go over there? Is that alright?
No,
I can't go over there?
you can go over there, but no more pictures.
That's
No
in violation
pictures.
of a law?
No pictures.
It's in violation of what law?
Tell me what you want to hear. I'll be on the other side, waiting for all of your regrets. Why don't you go tell them off? I don't even know what they want. Take away what I can read and I'll be on my way. They say I don't exist cause I'm not racing to the finish. I stand still cause I kinda like to do a lot of years spent digging this soul. I think it's time for my past tense, present, modern day suicide. Heaven tip them off. I'll be waiting, I'll be ready for the war taking place in the middle of our cities. Bring your guns, bring your kids, bring your lives, bring your friends. Go ahead and tip them off. I'll be waiting, I'll be ready for the war taking place in the middle of our city. Bring your guns, bring your kids, bring your lives, bring your friends.
Where's the ticket at? My pocket right here. Let me see it. Do me a favor. Get out of my face. Right now. Go over there.
Go over here.
Relax. Hey, chill the fuck out. Stand there outside of the foot door. Put your hand behind your back, right? You're fucking me. Put the other hand behind your back. They're behind my back, you stupid motherfucker. What the fuck you doing? Step out of the fucking store.
Okay. Alright. Take a shirt. trying to record us or what?
I am recording you.
You are?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I feel like you're giving this dude a hassle for a compass card he paid for.
We're doing what?
Giving him an unfair hassle for a compass card he obviously paid for.
Okay. Let me say put this away.
Don't
intervene. Don't intervene.
I'm not intervening. I'm
You
just
are.
recording
Put
because
it away or you're gonna get
this
arrested.
shit exactly.
Put it away, you're gonna get arrested. You're gonna arrest
How
him.
can I put it away if you're fucking holding on to it?
If it comes out of your pocket, get your feet off the seat.
You're not a cop. How are you gonna arrest me?
Really? You want to find out the hard way? Do you? Tell me. You want to find out the hard way? I'll show you how we roll. All right.
Yeah, you'll make me sit here until the real cops get here. I fucking know.
Oh, I don't need the real cops.
Why does it say fucking private security on
Does it say private security or are you blind?
Alright, I was mistaken. I thought you were one of those fake
No, we're not fake. We're real. Just as real as you are right here present, we're at that real.
For sure.
Okay? Remember my face. Because you don't want to run into it again.
Why the fuck not? I paid. I think you're a dick. It's a personal opinion. Here, what's your badge number? What's your badge number? Yeah.
What would you like to know?
I would like to know. I'll look at my video when I get off.
Mashing his fucking head, man.
What are you doing? I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. Hey, dog, you're not strong enough, man. Come on, look at the ground. Come on. Bring you. No. Hands behind your back or I'll spray you. Hands behind your back or I'll spray you. I'm on my head. I'm on my head. I can't really help my head. Okay, hands behind your back. Okay, please. I can't just, your legs behind your back. Your legs in the way. Put it behind your back or I'll spray you. Your legs in the way. Go. Please stop. Please. Why did she comply, bro? Hey, that's not my fault. People come no fucking drilling down. Trying to fucking say up. It's not my fault. You're not fit, man. Don't blame on me, man.
That's messed up. He didn't even do anything.
They ain't even. Stop for that guy right there. He wasn't present.
He didn't even do anything. I got you, bro.
Hey, you see, man, I didn't do nothing.
He didn't do nothing, bro. He really didn't, man. He didn't do anything.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm still being innocent. I ain't touched you. Get the fuck off of me.
Stop kicking.
Get the fuck off of me. Quit touching me.
Hey, relax.
I've never touched you.
Relax.
No. Get the fuck away. They call the police. They call the police. Go ahead. Go ahead. Ah! Help! I'm not doing nothing. Help! Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Hard time. Put me in jail. I'd rather go there.
Making life means making trouble. Making life means making trouble.
And the lines on the road flash against the light of a lukewarm city until it's all a single line running home. And the tides of the ocean match the ebb and flow of the Great Gone Freeway, cutting ribbons through space. The empty night aftertaste on the roof of my mouth. The freshly inverted spectrum of the streetlights, moonshade, balance beam of the falling star. Connect the dots into neat little city roads. So what's in the street name that's not in a funeral, taking their toll on posture? Kamikaze angels, even then they're ready to die. When it comes to making weddings, assimilation of everything into digestible static. And one can only hope for a screenplay of parallel to life, burning candles on night with the mirror's protection. The taxman's asleep at the wheel, his tongue bound tight like receipts left behind on the reel. Perpetual motion of the dollar bill covered in the film of familiar finger is the perfect killer laying in wait at the bottom of the dole. Break cash drawer in a vacant gas station somewhere on the moon. And the stoplights are foghorns guiding us into the million-acre parking lots of the imminent future. It's the great climatic handshake where the astronauts always win in the end, but you still can't plant flags in space. Refurbished coffee grounds, a lifelike portrait of a Rorschach cells. Atoms buzz like a refrigerator, so quiet that it sounds like the breeze through leaves. And at the right time of night, the freeway is just like an asteroid belt, wrapping the city uptight in its own fluid heat. Hovering billboards in their godlike glow, guiding lost witches home to burn in the privacy of their living rooms and watch it all on the big screen. The revolution will be televised in between reruns of famous dead presidents reading the Wall Street Daily quotes in the 4 pixels where on the bottom right corner of your left eye's retina. They're cutting down the forest to reclaim popular bank chains, waiting in line for the prospect of entertainment. The suburban life aftershock pushing up the corner like ticket lining against the freshly sidewalk. The water is beginning to sound like a constant ring in your ears. It's one of the symptoms of living the good life. Side effects also including partial numbness and an incapacity to remember one's dreams.
Making life means making trouble.
Can't turn your soul.
Making life means making trouble.
Can't turn your soul.
Making life means making trouble.
Can't turn your soul.
Making life means making trouble.
Can't turn your soul.
You don't have any right to search? I don't submit to any searches or seizures.
Put that down. I've been doing this longer than you've been alive. Put that down.
Dude, you're gonna spill my M&M's.
He does not submit to any searches or seizures. You can't search him.
Get over there.
You have no probable cause to search him.
Get over there. Get back over there.
You have no probable cause to search him. There's no problem. He did not submit to any search or seizure. That's bullshit. That's some police harassment. That's police harassment.
Get over there.
You do not. You cannot point the gun at me for not doing jack shit. That is bullshit.
Move back over there.
Put that gun away.
Move
You gonna shoot me for not moving back?
Highland, go back. Just move back. That's all you gotta do, man.
I will make sure your ass is going to court. That is bullshit. That's police harassment. You have no probable cause to fucking arrest him. Yeah, you have me at gunpoint, you little bitch. That is bullshit. You had no probable cause to search him at all. Everything you just did was completely illegal.
That whole confrontation was caught on a cell phone camera. And 10 News reporter Chris Murphy explains how the situation escalated so quickly.
He just wanted to use his gun.
As we highlighted in this video, a San Diego police officer pointed a gun at Highland Stengel Saturday night.
You have me at gunpoint, you little That is bullshit.
Stengel was recording his friend being held down by a San Diego police officer after he refused to show his ID in a curfew sweep in front of the Rite Aid in Carmel Valley.
He takes out his gun, pulls it out, and points it at my face and keeps telling me to get back.
Get over there.
You do not. You cannot point the gun at me for not doing jack shit. That is bullshit.
Back over there.
Put that gun away. You gonna shoot me for not moving back?
19-year-old Garrett Paddock is the man you see on the ground. He told 10 News 1 minute he was eating candy, the next he was face down on the blacktop.
He was like, drop your M&Ms, drop them. And then I set him down, and the next thing I know, I got slammed against the car. My shoe fell off, and then I was on the ground.
21-year-old Antonio Martinez was just trying to get back here to his family's bakery when his evening took a terrifying turn. The scratches on his face and bruises on his arms are fresh, his painful reminders of what happened to him Tuesday night in Vista at the hands of a sheriff's deputy.
He got pepper spray, so he's covering his eyes. The cop kept saying, "Get on the floor."
Witness Melissa Mejia was working in her family's shop nearby when she heard the commotion.
He was laying down and whatnot, and the officer had the baton, and he was going like that. He kicked him a couple times, like hard.
She ran to the bakery and got his older sisters and yelled at the deputy to stop.
He has Down syndrome, like stop, it's wrong. And he wouldn't stop, he kept going.
Clearly, reliving what he experienced was overwhelming. His father, Francisco, showed us the bruises where his son was hit. 10 News was there as Sheriff's Captain Joe Rohde visited the family to apologize. He admits to us the department was in the wrong.
We made a mistake here.
And when Antonio wouldn't stop walking away, the deputy took matters into his own hands.
Again, he pepper sprayed him. When that wasn't effective, he hit him with the baton, which put him on the ground, and then a couple of more strikes to get his hands free so they could handcuff him. When they got him in the car, they realized that he had Down syndrome.
Then the deputy drove him to the hospital. Why the use of force?
When he tried to contact the guy, once again, he didn't know who he was. He didn't know if he was involved in the domestic violence.
Clearly, he wasn't. He was just walking to his family's business. The Martinezes have already contacted an attorney.
Both you guys at once. Put that away, please.
No, thank you. I'm in a public place. I have the right to film this. No, yes, I do. I have a right to film this. I'm in a public spot.
Telephones can be converted into weapons.
This is not a weapon. There is no way this could be a weapon.
Look it up online.
I am videotaping. I will not turn this off. No, I will not turn this off. I'm videotaping it. It is not a weapon. It is a cell phone. I am recording this. It's not a weapon. I am not using it as a weapon. No, you may not touch my cell phone. No, you will not. It's a cell phone. It is a video camera. No. No. No, it's a cell phone.
My name's with American News and Information Services.
Just handcuff him and stick him in a police car till we're done.
Okay.
Look up.
Every news station knows I'm here.
That's
You're
fine.
violating my First Amendment rights. Stop. You're violating my First Amendment rights. You better call Lieutenant Brown right now. What's your name? You will identify yourself. Stop. No, you will identify. You're interfering with my fucking job. Stop. You're breaking the law. You're violating my First Amendment right to the Constitution. I work with the media. Okay. You just asked me you're who?
I'm with the Marshal Service.
Which Marshals?
The United States Marshals.
You're with the U.S. Marshals. Okay. Who are you then? Sir, don't touch my camera.
No,
sir, get off me. You're with the U.S. Marshal's office. You know better than to touch me because I'm holding a camera. Okay?
All right.
And
So
you're a
just
U.S.
so you know-
Marshal. What is your name?
Just so you know.
I'm going to ask you to identify yourself again, sir.
Just
I have
so
a
you
camera
know,
pointed
I'm
at you.
not going to do that.
You're going to identify
No,
yourself,
I'm
sir.
not.
You come up to me saying you're a police officer.
very
I have a right to know who I'm talking to, and that is the law.
I'm choosing not to do it.
Okay, well, I'm going to choose to follow up on this and identify you.
Please do.
And you are who? I don't know if you're a U.S. Marshal. Nobody showed me a badge. You're who?
Deputy U.S. Marshal.
Deputy U.S. Marshal. You got a name? You got a badge number? If you ain't got a name and badge number, don't identify yourself as one.
All right. Very good.
The headlights you see spinning out of control in this surveillance video are those of Detective Jeffrey Blackford. He was off duty driving his police-issue car home from a party at a local bar. Blackford didn't call police. He called his friends, who just happened to be police officers.
What is the obligation of those friends who are not on duty at the time?
That seems to be the million-dollar question. And the other question now being investigated is the time frame. Based on the surveillance video taken by that camera, the first people to arrive after the crash some 28 minutes later were two other off-duty police officers. Off-duty police officers Sergeant John Iamarino and Detective Daniel Carapresso called in two on-duty sergeants, William Brown and Christopher Tavanian. They eventually called for a DUI cop to take the report, but there's some concern all four waited long enough for their friend to sober up. Although the crash happened at 12:52 a.m., Blackford wasn't given a breathalyzer test until 3:59 a.m., 3 hours and 7 minutes after the fact.
Can you kind of tell me what happened here?
Yeah. I was beat up by Officer Severs at Rice King.
What's up? Oh, hold on one second. I'm doing an interview here. Can you go ahead and tell me?
If you need something, I'm here.
Deputy Severs did it.
Okay.
Take a look at this kid's face.
He's supposed to be home because he's got a curfew.
Well, his mom's sitting right there. So what do you mean he's supposed to be home? Can you kind of tell me what happened to you, young man?
Yeah. I was skating down the sidewalk. I passed Mi Ranchito Taco Shop, and I got about 2 stores down, and a cop stopped me, and he asked me if I had been near a car, which I hadn't been. I just skated through the parking lot, and then I went to. He had the back of my shirt, and I went and moved a little bit, and he threw me to the ground and beat my ass.
When you say he beat your ass, what do you mean he beat your ass?
He threw me to the ground, or he punched me in the face twice, and then tackled me to the ground and grinded my face into the concrete.
Now, he grabbed you. When he grabbed your shirt, what was the next thing he did?
He grabbed my shirt, and then he punched me twice in the face, with his other hand, and then he tackled me into the concrete and then pushed my head into the concrete a couple times.
Now, can you figure out why any of this was happening?
I don't know. The cops just beat people up, and they keep getting away with it, so they keep doing it.
Okay.
He said I elbowed and kicked him, and that's why he did it. But the witnesses that were there know that didn't happen, and I know it didn't happen. They told the detective that.
Okay, and what all did the detectives tell you concerning this particular deputy?
They said that they've had a lot of problems with him before.
Before, in the past, or
yeah,
currently?
In the past. Well, currently and in the past.
And what did they say they were trying to do about the problems coming from him?
Nothing.
Nothing?
They didn't tell me they were going to do anything.
James Morgan, the brother of 36-year-old Jennifer Orley, a disabled Navy veteran and single mother, accidentally shot by sheriff's deputies Sunday night in her own backyard. Sheriff's deputies were searching for an intruder in her Spring Valley neighborhood. According to the victim's brother, who shared these pictures from the hospital, the deputies entered the backyard without warning, didn't respond to her calls of identification, and shot her at point-blank range.
He fired without, warning her, say, freeze or anything, and then just as she saw the black smoke coming out the barrel and the fire, she turned her body like this, and the bullet went through her left breast, through the bottom, going right through her nipple, into her bicep, and then out her pinky.
Deputies reported that Orley was shot in the shoulder and was being treated for minor injuries. Her family tells a very different story.
I feel they are just trying to cover up their mistakes, and they know the truth, they just don't want to admit it.
And he tells us Orley says she was treated horribly and had to administer her own first aid.
After she got shot, she stood there for a minute and went to put her hand on the officer that shot her to gain her balance, and he was like, "Oh, get your hand off of me." And she's like, "But you just shot me in the chest."
Can I ask you a question? Yeah. The rest are detained.
Why am I detained?
So now then, you're actually aiding and abetting.
I have everything on tape.
You're trying to actually, if you can, put your hands up here.
Am I under arrest?
Again, you're being detained. I need you to take this off you real quick. Put your hand up on the truck for me real quick, sir.
Am I under arrest?
Hands, sir.
Am I under arrest?
I already told you, sir, you're detained at this moment in time.
Am I under arrest?
There's a difference between being detained and arrested, sir. At this
So,
moment in time,
can I be free to go?
Detained. No, sir, you are not.
So I'm under arrest then?
No, sir, we are conducting an investigation at this moment in time. You are detained. Do I understand? If there's any part of that that's too difficult, I'll actually get one of the AUSAs.
So, I'm going to call an attorney. I'm going to call my attorney. If I'm not under arrest, I'm going to call my attorney.
You're going to do me a favor.
Yes.
For my safety and yours, sir, you're going to leave your hands on this truck, so I make myself clear. Do you have any weapons on you at this point in time?
I have no weapons, and I'm not answering any more questions.
Fantastic, sir. We're going to be conducting a frisk. It's called a Terry frisk, just to make sure that you have no weapons on you. Could you please conduct that? Things off.
Don't forget I'm the first bad guy to
smiling while you put on your makeup. Another life soon, finding out why that love will get you the best. It only happens once in a lifetime, and you're throwing it all away for a chance. And God will only you out to live with yourself. I'm living dead man, it's alive yourself. The true heart, don't give me credit for steps. You can't even live in your own flesh, so I refuse to pay for this happy. Playing at a name, my wings walk with us. They only know what I have to. I know I can't sleep by.
The defense inside me to this form of what that's voices speak directly to us as deep building showing silence. Easy money seems to sell away dreams filled with hippie meaning sure words of unsure for context. The worst mistake is thinking you're alive. Now I'm digging for ransom before buried by time. Obvious in the flesh while questioning this phrase. 8 bells ring in my sleep. Processing the white room. Could you see these poems go for a lot more than standing fear from poverty? Assuming a side of yourselves. Still uncertain and searching for what cover up the road to bitter right. Covers well with the racetracks that ease my mind. Comparing to the worst side of showing our time and just trying to survive outnumbered. This is for those missing when needed most. Running out of great times, nothing seems to last forever. More salt red into its sweet white. More salt red into its sweet white. More salt red into its sweet white. I'll pay back the regrets of defining the truth. More salt red and too much life. This last title stands alone for negative thinking. Hopefully ways out of this life almost became impossible. This is the changes seem to disappear in the daylight. Living in a fantasy land. The small minds conquered over time and I forgot to live a little. Molding into the one thing I love. Broke the element in time's the drug. Hoping to save yesterday. I seem to laugh all these dreams away. Maybe I haven't awakened yet but still seem to survive outside the shell. Shocked by everything still lasting. I've heard another last theory and still have no belief in everlasting life. I continue on balance until the weight shifts in your direction. The sun dilates. 6 inches of ash will be all that's my heartbeat skips, holding on to this dying moment. More salt red into its sweet white. More salt red into its sweet white. More salt red into its sweet white. I'll pay back the regrets after finding the truth. More salt red into its sweet white. More salt red into its sweet white. More salt red into its sweet white. I'll continue bound until finding the truth.
Get back, everybody. They're trying to fence in. They're trying to fence in. Get the fuck back.
He trips the guy, the officer, and then right here you see he's punched him twice in the stomach, once in the face.
17-year-old Anthony Carrasco showed us the video he shot of a man now identified as 30-year-old Kevin Corey as 2 Oceanside police officers tried to stop him from disrupting an Amnesty International event. Corey was having none of it.
He's on the ground, he's not going anywhere, and then they start punching him. So that's what is kind of like, oh, that wasn't necessary.
Watch again as officers take him to the ground. If you look closely, you'll see what appears to be the officer with his back to the camera punching Corey, causing his purple glasses to fly. Corey never stopped struggling. All this with hundreds of people watching.
Tonight, thanks to cell phone video, we have another case of questionable police action in California. It centers around a transgender woman and her showdown with rangers from the Bureau of Land Management. Take a look at her run-in with officers and notice she has her hands up during the entire incident.
video, don't worry.
Put your hands on your mouth. Put your hands out.
For no reason. Police brutality.
Nothing to you. It's going to cost you.
group. You're blocking the sidewalk. You need to keep walking. Keep walking. You're blocking the sidewalk.
I can't stand right here.
You're under arrest.
No.
Whoa! Yeah. No, get it!
In the past 2 months, the San Diego Police Department is fielding questions about its complaint policy.
They put in a telephone tip line, but if you don't want to leave your information on an answering machine, what do you do then? I-Team reporter Mitch Blocker and our undercover camera explore the other options you might have.
Peeking around the corner, this police officer seemed curious, watching our undercover operative leave a police station. She had just been asking how to file a complaint against a San Diego police officer.
The supervisor of the station came to me and he took me inside a meeting room and he listened to me. I said, I just want to know how to file a complaint.
For the most part, our undercover journalist received a consistent response as we worked our way across the city. We repeated this request at 9 different police stations.
So he's like, you want to file a complaint against somebody, you have to talk to me. She said that I will have to give her the information and the name of the officer. He told me that I would have to give her the officer's name.
Some citizens might be uncomfortable with this line of questioning, and the police know it. Is there a level of intimidation there? Is there a level of, hey, maybe I shouldn't tell this officer about another officer?
There could be. That's obviously an individual decision.
They have the power to lock us up, to use violence.
Kevin Keenan, the executive director of San Diego's branch of the American Civil Liberties Union, told us filing a complaint is an essential way to keep the police in check.
And they need to know when that power is being misused.
The ACLU has a problem with what we found.
Supervisors and the chief need to get that information about complaints without it being filtered through the guy at the front desk.
Twice we were given a number to call. Only once was it the number for internal affairs.
The officer told me that if something has happened, then I need to call the non-emergency phone number.
But more often than not, we had to talk to a desk officer.
I asked her that, isn't there any other way? She said, no, you have to give me the information and the name of the officer.
And we want it to be inclusive. We understand that a badge and a gun or someone that's in the same profession or in the same department could maybe be a little intimidating.
The SDPD website has a link to the police review board and the number for internal affairs, but nowhere to report a complaint online. We found other departments include an anonymous complaint form on their websites. This one is from Fresno. Now, we found San Diego police do have a standard form for complaints, but those are filed and filled out by officers, not the people complaining. SDPD says every complaint is reviewed by internal affairs and that all sergeants are trained to take complaints.
A woman is in the hospital after police say she was struck by a deputy's patrol car while she was crossing the street in her wheelchair. And it's amazing she's expected to make it after you see here what happened. 10 News reporter Hannah Mullins is live at, there you go, right there, is live at 65th Street and Imperial Avenue with more on what officials believe caused the crash. Hannah?
And the scene was just cleared in the past 10 minutes. Everything but that wheelchair the woman was in when she was hit. Now, those unbelievable moments were caught on camera. In the video, you can actually see where the female deputy is turning left onto Imperial and nails the elderly woman crossing the street. Now, let's get a closer look at that. She was hit hard enough she was tossed right out of her wheelchair. The light on the patrol car was knocked off and a wheel was popped off. San Diego police are conducting the investigation and they tell us the deputy was headed to a non-emergency call just before 9 this morning. They say she told officers the sun was in her eyes, so she didn't see the woman until it was too late. Another woman who was about to enter the crosswalk saw it all unfold, ran over and held the woman's hand until help arrived.
It's just been so disappointing through the whole journey.
A journey that began at this Spring Valley strip mall nearly 9.5 years ago. Police pursuing a man in connection with a murder in San Diego. Officers opening fire in the crowded shopping center after investigators say the suspect drove at them in this Jeep. He was killed, but one of those bullets also hitting Brown in the chest, sitting inside her dentist office.
I kind of froze and I had my hands on my head like this, and I happened to be looking down and I felt something, but I saw my shirt explode out.
What followed? Surgeries, pain, and a lawsuit. Brown filing suit against the city of El Cajon, the police officer, and his partner who shot her, appealing judgments in their favor all the way to the state Supreme Court, which she just found out rejected her case.
I just almost dropped to the ground. I couldn't believe what I've been through and what's going on.
Lower courts ruled the officers who shot her were protecting their own lives and immune from civil liability. It means the end of the fight for Brown, but not over. She says her more than $48,000 in medical bills and so much more.
Film this.
I'm watching a guy get arrested from across the street.
Look,
It's pretty funny. I literally just walked out of a bar and walked into my friend's house. Travis, calm down. Wait.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Dylan,
Oh my God.
Dylan, relax. Dude, should I go out there and say something?
No.
No.
Don't.
Not worth getting in trouble for here. I'll give you the ID. I'm giving you the ID. Dude, give me the ID. Make sure you get zoom in. Oh shit, that's that. Here's his ID. I just want to give you. This Dylan, be safe, bro.
They didn't do anything. They didn't do anything. They didn't do it. Oh shit.
I'm giving you his ID.
Hey, Joe.
Look. Ooh.
Joe. Joe, get the fuck back in here.
Joe, dude, get in the gate.
Get the fucking back in here, dude.
Right now. That is no reason to be arrested. That dude did nothing. This is crazy. This is the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Look at these guys.
They don't even help me. They're telling their story. They don't care what you were doing. They're asking me to.
Well, those are the ones that just pulled up.
They all
That's
think
why.
it was Janice.
Oh man,
What
this is Oh my God, what is going on? What just happened? What happened?
What's going on?
Oh my God.
Joe,
Get the fuck
back in here.
Get the fuck in here.
Get the fuck back in here, Joe.
Oh my God. 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 What? Holy shit, they're tasering him. They're tasering him. They're tasering him. Holy shit. I cannot believe this is going on right now. Oh my God. You've got to be kidding me. Those kids did nothing. That is crazy. That guy was just trying to give his ID. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, they're gonna arrest that girl right now. Watch. You have got to be joking me. They did nothing.
Dude, I know.
They did nothing.
right now. Shoot me right now. Can y'all imagine? Y'all little brother get killed like this? Can y'all fucking imagine? Y'all little brother get killed like this?
Oh, they're tasering him. He's not even resisting. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's not even right, man. Yeah, he's not even resisting. They're kicking him in the head. They got the dog on him biting right here. They were tasering him.
Of a man who died after leading sheriff deputies on a chase in Fallbrook say they want answers. 10 News reporter Ashley DiMartino is live with what the man's mother says about her son's standoff with deputies.
Koshal, this is where the chase between Raymond Barragan and Fallbrook sheriff deputies came to an end. We spoke to his mother, and she tells us that her son suffered from bipolar disorder, and she believes that he was just trying to get to a safe place when they tried to pull him over. Just before 10 p.m. Wednesday night, a Fallbrook sheriff's deputy tried to pull over Raymond Barragan for driving erratically. When he didn't stop, a chase began. Barragan crashed into a fence just outside his mother Rachel's home and ran inside.
And then ran this way into the house. They tased him and they sent the dog after him. Plus they were punching him, all three. And probably if I close it, you can see it better.
Raymond's step-grandfather and grandmother were sitting in the living room when the commotion began.
He wasn't fighting back that I see him. He was just, I guess, resisting.
Raymond's pregnant wife is devastated.
She just lost her husband, and the kids lost their dad. يلا.
Hey, what's going on, man? Wait a minute. You're filming me. You're impeding me. What are you doing? Can you tell? Okay, hold on a second. I need to ask your citizenship. Come here. State your citizenship. Asking a citizenship.
No. I refuse to answer any questions. I refuse to answer any questions.
Hey, come here, Neri. Come here. I'm going to have to ask you to come with me. You're under
No,
arrest.
hey. Listen.
Under arrest.
They're arresting me.
Been illegal ever since they landed. Who moved out the natives and left them stranded? Who stole Africans from across the Atlantic? Who auctioned, branded, and labeled a savage? Who wanted to expand in the Mexican land and pulled guns and grabbed it? It wasn't democratic. What
Plymouth Rock? Did you have your papers? When you was dying from sickness caught, did you ask for favors? When all you could grow was stricken crops, did you ask your neighbors? Did they teach you how to survive? Make sure you had the basics, but not glad or gracious. What you had was hatred. Wanted they land to take it, cause you planned to rape it. Thankless, would you call a man a racist who would give women and children smallpox and blankets? Then make it like someone else is illegal with a nation of 40 million stolen people, and won't apologize for what you know is evil. If you mention immigrants, then you vote for equal. But all of a sudden, if you Mexican, you worse than the others, and it don't matter they was here when it first was discovered. Now that's more disrespectful than cursing your mother, the land of the free, unless you a person of color, America. Who been illegal ever since they landed? Who moved out the natives and left them stranded? Who stole Africans from across the Atlantic? Who auctioned, branded, and labeled a savage? Who wanted to expand in the Mexican land and pulled guns and grabbed it? It wasn't democratic. What would they owe if we added the damage? Now they say that you're illegal just because you speak Spanish.
Mexican means mestizos, mestizos means mixed blood, mixed with the Native Americans, this is where they stood. The third root was the African, it was all good. You ain't crossed the border's up in y'all hood. But history is insignificant to ignorance, cause in a sense Barack Obama's daddy was an immigrant. If he could be the president, then you should be a resident. But Robert Bent and Jan Brew is too prejudiced, accosting us with officers making laws to topple us. While we at it, let's send Schwarzenegger back to Austria. Arnold, where's your papers?
I'll be back with them.
Imagine white Canadians with policemen harassing them. My alias Benito Juarez, smooth like Desi Arnaz, fighting for farm workers. I'm Cesar Chavez, Border Patrol trying to keep us on edge, but now we standing up, black, red, and brown. They can never break the family up.
to a story that NBC San Diego was the first to bring you. A veteran San Diego police sergeant is accused of stalking and harassing a fellow officer. Sergeant Ken Davis was formally charged in February with felony stalking and 3 misdemeanor charges of repeated harassment. According to a source, Davis's alleged victim is a female police officer who had to be moved to a safe house after Davis apparently threatened to kill her when their romance went bad. Davis pleaded not guilty to the charges and was not required to post bail while he waits for trial. But the judge did issue a protective order prohibiting Davis from having any contact with a woman officer. Speaking as a legal expert, attorney Joshua Grunberg, who specializes in employment and sexual harassment law, says the police department should have moved quickly to end the alleged harassment.
And if they didn't do that and she suffered harm, the city will be responsible for that.
The police department confirmed Davis is currently on paid administrative duty.
Come up with something?
Why are you standing outside my door, may I ask? Officer Gablo, JC, Gablo or Garlo. He's standing outside my door for no reason on October 29th as I'm sitting here trying to enjoy my evening. I see you, Officer Garlo. I don't know why you're standing outside my door. Why am I being... This seemingly is like under arrest. I can't leave my premises. I feel like a hostage in my own apartment. Why can't I leave, Officer Garlo?
Why are you covering your face?
Why are you scared?
You're intimidating me.
We will be reporting this, Officer Garlo. Please leave. Please do not stand outside our door. We find this harassing. We don't understand why you're doing this. This is against our rights. As American citizens, please, we have not done anything tonight. Please leave, Officer Garlo. We ask you that you please stop harassing us. Please leave, Officer Garlo. We find this harassing. Sir, we find this harassing. We find this harassing, sir.
Video just obtained by Team 10 shows part of a takedown by trolley security that the passenger says started when he couldn't find his pass. The video is part of another lawsuit alleging excessive force against trolley personnel. Team 10 investigator Michael Chin reveals what the passenger says was the most disturbing action: giggling.
He says he bought a trolley pass but could not find it anywhere. He says the next thing he knew, he was being beaten by trolley security, and he says it appeared they thought the whole thing was pretty funny. Surveillance video shows the moments at the end of the incident at a downtown trolley stop. A man in a cab taken down and kicked by plainclothes security officers. The man in the cap was Roy Stanzioni Jr.
I was in shock and in pain.
Before the shock, that May Day in 2012 was an ordinary day for the longtime trolley passenger. He says he bought a day pass, went to an appointment, and was riding back. The trolley stopped when a plainclothes security officer asked for his ticket. Stanzioni says he went through his briefcase but couldn't find it. He says the security officer got frustrated, escorted him off the trolley, and pushed him slightly, causing him to stumble down the steps and into another security officer. He got upset, and soon Stanzioni says he noticed other officers around him.
It looked like I was a piece of meat in a lion's cage.
Moments later, he recalls saying this is BS and told the officers to write him the citation so he could go. As the citation was being written, he says he was taken down from behind, kicked, and punched.
I remember hollering for help because I was being kicked really hard in the ribs. I was being jumped on literally directly into my lower back.
He says he suffered a torn rotator cuff, a chronic back injury, and bruised ribs. Amid the pain, he says he heard giggling.
They literally were hopping and jumping and laughing about it.
Stanzioni has filed a lawsuit against MTS and the security company contracted by MTS.
Oh, they got guns out. Oh no, we gotta go in the house. Take your key. Want me to make that this go in the house? Come on, come on.
What's your last name? Seidler. Is there anyone else in the apartment with you? No? Okay, just keep your hands up, okay? Yeah, there absolutely is, and we'll explain that to you once we get up there and talk to you, okay? You don't have any weapons on you or in the house?
No way.
No way, good. Then we'll be out of here soon, okay? But just do what we say and we'll be out of your hair, alright? Yeah, just give us a minute, okay? We don't know.
Yeah, I'd love to know why you guys are pointing guns at me.
Trust me, we will tell you all of that stuff in just a minute, okay?
That would be lovely. Who's my girlfriend? You have the wrong house. You're looking for apartment 5. That's not okay. You have the wrong house. That's the unit in the back. Hell no. I didn't do nothing. And this man has a fucking machine gun. Look at him. He's pointing that shit at me right now. I'm not coming out of nowhere. I don't have no gun. I know you guys like kill black folks, but y'all have the wrong fucking house. I just told you who I am. You got a fucking computer in your car? Hell no. I'm standing right here. If you don't have a warrant for my arrest, and I did not do anything wrong, and this fucker has a goddamn machine gun pointed at me with a red light on it, and you guys kill black people, I'm not coming out of here. I came out here to see what my girlfriend home from work, and you motherfuckers have guns pointed at me. Hell no. I live in apartment 3. And you're pointing guns at me because of some information you got that's fucking wrong. I just told you the cipher. S-I-T-H-T-L-E-R. H-T-L-E-R. That's right. T-E-M-E-T-R-I-C-E. E-T-R-I-C-E. Shantae. S-H-A-U-N-T-E. 12/16/1981.
They got the wrong guy.
He's going to probably file a complaint for racial profiling. He can file a complaint.
It's empty. No one lives in there. Got the wrong motherfucker, don't you? Sure. Thanks. I'm not worried about shit. I'm worried about you fucking pigs killing black people. Thanks a lot, fucking pig. You're not shit. I hope somebody gets your ass, man. That's some faggot ass shit what you did. Yeah, I know you got a big ass machine gun. You're still not shit. Fucking pig. I don't care. You fucking pigs came out here and pointed a goddamn machine gun at me. And don't even know who the fuck you're looking for. So fuck all you babies. Pig ass motherfuckers.
Just out
hours ago, Only 10 News tracked down the man who was beaten in this surveillance video by security on board the trolley. We had to fight to get this video released, a story we first broke at 6. And now charges could be filed against those guards involved. New tonight, 10 News reporter Riel Creighton is live at the trolley station in La Mesa. And Riel, this man says he did nothing wrong.
Right, nothing, Itika, but for that he says he was pepper sprayed and beaten so badly in front of other passengers at this trolley station, and now it is those officers who are under investigation.
I wasn't even cited. I was just beat up.
Felipe Bedoy faces no criminal charges, nothing, he says, but bruises to show for the beating he took at the hands of MTS Transit System security guards. 10 News had to file a public records request to get this video from on board the MTS trolley Monday. A confrontation Bedoy says started with an incident before he boarded the train, after he rolled a cigarette outside.
He told me that I had to leave and that I wasn't going to be catching the next trolley because there was no smoking there. I wasn't even smoking. I was rolling it up and I put it in my ear.
It quickly escalated to this.
He's calling me a tough guy and stuff. I'm feeling this dude just like hit me right there. Like.
Bedoy told us he'd been shot in the neck recently and wouldn't elaborate, but says blows from their batons were straight to the spot where he has a bullet still lodged. We checked, and Bedoy does have a criminal record. On the tape, you see other passengers recording and hear those security guards yelling. He says telling him to stop resisting, this was a fight he was going to lose.
I hadn't done nothing, Mom.
You did not resist.
I mean, you could call it what you want, you know, because there was a scuffle, but it was based on I was harassed.
When it's over, Bedoy, shirtless, led away in cuffs. He says at one point he thought he might not survive it.
I don't want to get shot again.
You were thinking they were going to shoot you?
Pretty much.
Now, along with that ongoing police investigation, MTS tells us that they are also conducting an internal investigation. Both men are suspended during that. Meantime, Bedoy tells us he is now looking for an attorney.
As the world knows, we'll never start a war. We do not want a war. We do not now expect a war. This generation of Americans has already had enough, more than enough.
A 31-year-old software engineer John Tyner was going on a hunting trip with his father-in-law on Saturday. He refused that full-body scan, and then he turned his cell phone video camera on, recording this exchange with security agents.
How about over here?
All right.
Do you have anything in your pockets?
I don't think so. They had me take it all out.
No belt, no nothing?
Nope, no belt, no nothing.
Do you have any external or internal implants that I need to be aware of?
No.
Okay, I'm going to be doing a standard pat down on you today, using my hands going like this.
All right.
Body. Also, we're going to be doing a groin check. That means I'm going to place my hand on your hip, the other hand on your inner thigh, slowly go up and slide down.
Okay.
I'm going to do that 2 times in the front and 2 times in the back.
All right.
And if you'd like a private screening, we can make that available for you also.
We can do that out here, but if you touch my junk, I'm going to have you arrested.
Actually,
Security is everyone's
We're going to have a
responsibility.
supervisor here because of your statement.
To ask you a simple question, and the question was, is it against the law? Are you being hostile to me, sir?
Go ahead.
Because I'm not in your trolley station. He told me to get off the street. I followed his orders, and now you're yelling at me.
Okay.
Why?
Come here. I'll take care of this. Okay. Hey, do you have some ID on you?
What do I need ID for? I came up to ask you a question.
Okay. I know
So why do I need ID?
because I want to know who you are.
Why do you need to know who I am just because I asked you a question?
Because I want to know who I'm speaking with.
Well, unless I'm under arrest for a specific reason, I don't see why you need to give me my ID.
That's not true. You're loitering at a trolley stop.
I'm not loitering. I was on public property when I asked you the question, and you told me to come over here.
Actually, you were in the middle of the street interfering with traffic.
I came over here, and it was blocked. But anyways, what's the problem with me asking you a question?
Okay, here's the deal. Either you move along, you provide me with your ID, or I take you to jail.
For what?
For not providing me with valuable
But
ID.
why do you want my ID, though, is the question.
Because I'm law enforcement, I'm asking you for your ID.
But
legally.
what would be the reason why you would ask me for my ID to begin with? Because I asked you a question?
Because
that's against the law. In fact, that's almost harassment.
Okay, you need to move along then.
Okay, so that's all you had to say to begin with. You have a nice day, too. That's MTS and that's San Diego right there.
If you don't turn that fucking light off, I'm gonna shove it up your ass.
A former Oceanside police officer admits on video that he made outrageous sexual remarks to a female co-worker.
The woman said the department ignored the harassment. And tonight, Virginia Cha shows us what the jury saw.
I didn't think it was a big deal.
Former Oceanside police officer Gilbert Garcia went on to settle a sexual harassment case brought by Kimberly Hurst, a co-worker. This is a video deposition.
Was there ever an occasion in your interaction or communication with Kimberly in which you said to her, I'd like to bend you over and you in the
Just that one time.
And where was that?
It was at OPD.
Hurst went on to sue Oceanside because she said the police department did nothing about her sexual harassment complaint.
These are valuable rights that a woman has to be free of any kind of sexual harassment or intimidation in a workplace.
Dwight Ritter says an internal report that came out in this case shows the city knew about his client's claims. The report says, quote, Officer Gilbert engaged in sexually derogatory and suggestive statements and graphic verbal commentary, and that appropriate and immediate action should be taken against him for his conduct. The city had argued Hurst did not tell them right away about the sexual comments, which started in the fall of 2008.
She was afraid to do anything that would jeopardize her work. She needed this new job.
The internal investigation began in May 2009. That's when Ritter says Hurst was intimidated by Garcia.
It was lurid, it was sexually graphic, it was personally offensive, and it was intimidating.
The internal report states Officer Garcia violated city policy when he continued to interact with the victim following the city's notice of investigation. The findings are dated September 2009. Garcia was fired in November. This week, a jury awarded Hurst $1.5 million.
putting this on camera. Illegal arrest, Bacon, Newport. Hashtag that, all right? Bacon and Newport. You see the guy with the camera right there? Yeah, somebody beat me up and I'm being arrested for being beat up. Oh, I got beat up and now I'm getting thrown in the car for being beat up? Yeah, hashtag this, Bacon and Newport.
The rights will get you.
January 7th, arrest.
Your rights got you.
I'm sorry? Run it on me again? Okay, put it down, let it tape. I don't care if you tape us or not. You're welcome to do that.
Why don't you want it in my hands?
Because you could use it as a weapon and I don't want you to.
I could use it as a weapon.
Yeah,
I'm being treated as a criminal. This is why this is why I have it in my hand. I don't want anything happening to my camcorder and I have the right to hold it in my hand, sir. That's my right. That is my constitutional right.
No, that's not.
People, yes it is, according to federal wiretapping law. You can look it up. I have the right to record. There's no reasonable expectation of privacy in public.
I'm not telling you you can't record.
And why are you assuming that I'm the criminal here? See, I don't like that. This is exactly what happened the night the attack happened. And that's why nothing was done about it. A report wasn't filed, and that's why I'm recording. This is my best friend.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Officer, go ahead and back off because I don't want her to do anything that might be harmful to you.
Wow.
Okay.
Racism in America. As you can see, I'm being treated as a criminal here. And this is going to be shown on YouTube. Both this and the bar.
I'm sorry, I don't even know your name.
I'm not going to render that to you, sir. The way you treated me, no.
Okay.
Treat you with the same lack of consideration that you treated me. That's why people hate the police.
A San Diego man says he plans to sue MTS after a run-in with officers last night landed him in the hospital.
Back up! Stop! Do not get out of the way!
Vince Neal called 10 News after he recorded MTS officers, in his words, abusing their power. We'll let you be the judge. 10 News reporter Preston Phillips is downtown with the bad parking job that sparked this whole thing.
Well, Vince Neal says he was upset because MTS officers parked here in this red zone in front of this fire hydrant while they walked into 7-Eleven. When he called them out, they fired back.
How's it going?
Those California exempt plates on there too, all right?
You know, California exempt does not say that you can park in front of a fire hydrant unless.
As the story goes, Vince Neal says he was strapped with a video camera like he always is when he noticed MTS officers parked in front of this red curb and fire hydrant at the corner of Park and Market downtown.
I observed them inside 7-Eleven getting drinks and snacks, and they were in there for approximately 20 minutes.
Neal says he just wanted the officers to follow the law. He says when they refused to follow his requests, it went south in a hurry.
Come on!
Get out of the way,
what are you gonna do?
car.
What are you gonna do?
Get out of the way!
Do something about it. Call the cops!
Do not block
Double
my vehicle
felony!
again.
I'm disabled, and I'm a member of the press!
I don't care!
And you have to
do not block my vehicle again!
Do not tell me what to do!
Here, Neal says he was shoved, says it landed him in the hospital. Now he plans to sue. When you watch the video, we watched it with several people today, the consensus was that you were kind of being a jerk in the video.
Yeah, well, there was also them saying that I was being aggressive.
Neal and his pregnant wife live in an RV near downtown with 6 of their 10 kids. Victims of the economy, he says. They've been working together on a documentary on the treatment of the homeless for the past 2 years.
It was totally an abuse of power, and I'm just at a point to where I'm fed up and people need to stand up for themselves.
And we reached out to MTS for comment. They told us it usually takes at least a couple days to track that information down.
What was supposed to be a routine parole check ended with shots being fired and a family dog killed. 10 News reporter Bob Lawrence shows us why the dog's owner believes this didn't have to happen.
You know, he's a big dog. I'm not going to lie to you. For a puppy, he's big.
Gloria Verdugo, one of the renters in this home on 40th Street, is talking about a year-old pit bull that was shot and killed. There were 2 pit bulls at this home when a San Diego police detective and an FBI agent came to check on a parolee. Another woman who lives in this home and the owner of both dogs said she had them both locked away in her room when the officers told her, she said, to take them out of there. Elaine Magana, seen here walking her other pit bull out of the backyard after the shooting, said she was told to take the dogs out of her room to the backyard.
There wasn't supposed to be nobody back there. There was an officer back there, and then he said something. By that time, I let his chain go. And then he shot him 3 or 4 times in the neck.
How you doing?
Can you roll the window down?
I can hear you just fine.
No, I want you to roll the window down.
Why is that, sir?
Because I'm going to break it if you don't open it.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry?
Go ahead.
Go ahead and break it.
It's up to you. Am I being detained or am I free to go?
No, you're not free to go.
So am I being detained?
You're being detained.
And may I ask why?
He doesn't want to roll down the window. He doesn't have to.
It's private. If you gotta check your ID, it's a private checkpoint. If you don't, you're gonna delay us. We're just gonna take you to jail.
Is there a reason?
What's the? Let you hold up the checkpoint.
What's the reason for the checkpoint, officer?
It's a sobriety checkpoint. You've been explaining it twice.
Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Arrest you for interfering. What would you?
Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Yes, you're being detained. It's the last opportunity.
Why am I being detained, officer?
Last opportunity.
Why am I being detained? Why am I being detained?
Go ahead and break it.
What's your face, mister? It's gonna break the window.
We're recording all this, officer. Is there a reason why you're breaking the window, officer?
We need to. We're asking you nicely to roll down the window.
Can I get your name, officer, and your badge number?
Yes, you can.
What's your name and your badge number, officer?
You need to open the door.
Officer, can I get your name and your badge number?
Okay.
You've learned to lock it.
Officer, can I get your name and your badge number, please? Are you refusing to give me your name and your badge number, officer? Are we free to go?
Being detained.
Could you tell us the reason why we're being detained?
Get your car over here.
Why are we being detained, officer? Officer, I need to know your badge number and your name, officer. Is there a reason why you don't want to tell us your name and badge number, officer?
You're drinking and driving.
Officer, officer, are you detaining us, officer? Officer, I need to know your name. You have to, by law, to tell me your name. Name and badge number, officer. Officer, name and badge number.
Okay, in our investigation.
Officer, am I free to go, officer?
You're gonna end up getting arrested.
Officer, am I free to go? Are you detaining us, officer? Is there a reason why you're detaining us, officer? Officer, can I get your name? Name and badge number. Is there a reason why you're refusing to give us name and badge number, officer? Officer, we need to know your name and badge number. You asked if I'm drunk. I said I'm not.
When we break the window, could you make sure that you cover your...
Officer,
Yes,
we
sir.
would like to know your name. Is there a reason why you're refusing us to give your name? What's your name and badge number, officer? Officer, we would like to speak to the lieutenant here.
Okay, the lieutenant just spoke.
We would like to speak to Lieutenant Albergo, please, officer. You asked if I've been drinking. I said no. Am I free to go?
You need to show your ID and you're free to go.
Officer, what? So what's the purpose of the checkpoint, officer?
It's a sobriety checkpoint.
So why do you want to see my ID?
And we're going to check your driver's license.
Why is that?
Okay. You know why.
You can check for sobriety, officer. You have the tools.
Yeah, go ahead.
You have the tools to check for sobriety, officer.
If you don't do something soon, we're going to hook your car up and pull it out of the way because you're being...
Officer, why are you guys refusing? So am I free to go?
No, you're not free to go.
Why is that, Why sir? is that, officer?
So you either show us your license or we're going to back a tow truck up and hook your car up.
Officer, do we appear to be intoxicated?
And now he's interfering with the checkpoint.
Yeah.
So.
Officer, we would like to leave right now.
You don't comply. Do you understand?
Am I free to go? Are we... Officer, you just destroyed my window.
Yeah, you had 4 opportunities and you were given a warning.
Turn off the car.
Go to the car.
I'm going. Officer, why are you detaining him?
He's under arrest. He's under arrest for interfering with our duties. That's
Officer!
simple.
I think we need the video tape for evidence. We do.
We'll take that video.
Officer, this is my private property.
Yeah, that's nice. Open the passenger door.
Officer, this is my private property.
Yeah. Open the door. It belongs to us. Get out of the car.
This is my private property, officer.
Somebody who thinks that they're intelligent and they're making a political point and they're really making nothing.
Yeah, it's tough, yeah.
It's okay because these aren't going away and we're still going to put people in jail and take cars.
It's all about taking those cars. You heard it here, folks.
It's not going to change, so.
It's not going to change. They're going to keep stealing cars.
A UCSD student left in a DEA holding cell for 5 days, admittedly by accident, is now out of the hospital and talking about his ordeal.
That word accident, I don't see how that is possible. Like everybody's I have the same questions. I would like to know myself, like, what? It's not like a hallway either. It's like a round room, you know, with rooms around it. So there are people in the middle being able to see the peripheral and all that. So it doesn't make sense to me at all.
23-year-old Daniel Chong says he was left in a 5x10x10 holding cell, no food, no water. He drank his own urine to stay alive, he says. It happened at the DEA's headquarters in Kearny Mesa after Chong says he was detained, not arrested, during a drug raid at the home of a friend whom he was visiting. He was about to be released, he says, even offered a ride home when he says agents just forgot him. Left in darkness for days without water, he says he became incoherent. He was rushed to the ER at Sharp Hospital when finally, after 5 days alone in a cell, someone opened the door.
That was when I really felt my life go. And for some reason, they heard me that time and turned on a light and found me. At first, I was just relieved to be alive 100%. But, you know, I started realizing what happened to me. They told me I was a kidney failure, but for me, I couldn't focus my eyes. I was pretty incoherent at the time too. And it's been a while, I mean, without water and all that. After realizing what happened to me, yes, who would be mad?
If I were to tell you that in Abu Ghraib, somebody had been locked up in a cell for 4.5 or 5 days without food or water, we would be shocked that even people suspected of terrorism were given such treatment. This was a young man who had done nothing wrong other than to have some questionable association and to be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Well, somebody's going.
How are you going to jail?
Get out the car, ma'am.
Your name is covered. No
Get out of the car.
Come out the car, ma'am.
Get out of the car.
Get out of the car, ma'am. Come out the car, ma'am.
I'm not coming out of my car.
Get out of the car.
I have a bad head. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? I'm having hip surgery. I just told you I have a bad head. You guys are so obnoxious. I had knee surgery and I'm having issues. How dare you? Your name is
Need you to stand up. Need you to stand up.
901 Tom 41149.
You're so obnoxious. I can't even walk.
Tom 4 and Tom 6. Be
Where's your
2000 West
cane?
San Marco,
In
LTO.
my car.
Okay. Well, right now you should have thought about that before assaulting me.
I didn't assault you. I was looking for your name. Your name is covered. I wanted your name. You didn't even tell me your name. What your office. I'm not going to jail.
Come on now. Just walk.
You guys have to look. I had my first speeding ticket in my life 6 months ago. This is ridiculous.
Have a seat, ma'am.
Cruz. Acá, para acá. Acá.
Put the car in park now. Put your car in park. Do it. Right now. Right now. You're gonna get shot if you don't do anything I tell you to do. Car in park now. Car in park. Car in park.
Indícame. Yo doy, totalmente. Yo doy adelante. No mames, pendejo de la verga. mames, hija, su puta madre, la verga. La F, güey. Déjalo a la verga, ahí te lo muero.
No justice, no peace. My brother murdered cold by the punk police. Can't trust the system, that trick is a beast. Manipulate minds, wars don't cease. I'm just trying to brave, hate a little fool. Ain't all good when you young from the hood. They act like safari, homie you the target. Even with a video clip they won't charge it. Murder was the case, so what can I believe in? Even when I protest peaceful, there's a legion, battalions, troopers, rooftop shooters. Welcome to the future realms of J. Hoover. My heart broke now, been broke down for a long time. Though the devil style's foul, them hoes don't like me. Love's unlikely, I stand with the godly. When striking the iron, we might. No justice, no peace, no peace, no justice, no justice, no peace, no peace, no justice, no justice, no peace, no peace, no justice, no justice, no peace, no peace, no justice.
And the verdict is in involuntary manslaughter. Till the jury explain that to Oscar Grant mama or Oscar Grant daughter or Oscar Grant partners. They watched them get executed. This is not just music, this the soundtrack for the revolution. When they started looting, I was right there in the mix trying to plot solutions. Police and riot gear on every block and every corner. Youngsters hollering F the pigs, they know it ain't no justice for them. Time and time again you see the system slap us in the face and slapping cops on the wrist, so we ain't going for it. So they picking up a brick or a rock, trash can, bust the windows out the store when they going for it. Cops armed like it's Armageddon. Anarchists starting more mess than pig wrestling. We tired of the system failing, sick of courts and jurors telling us our lives are not important, so we hit the streets yelling.
No justice, no peace, no peace, no justice, no justice, no peace, no peace, no justice, no justice, no peace, no peace, no justice, no justice, no peace, no peace, no justice.
This is all the evidence that tenants in your residence are second. And first is the money that the pigs are protecting. Yeah, involuntary manslaughter. For real, Ayana, Oscar, Amadou, Emmett Till, and still they expect us to shut up and understand how a man feels threatened by a man with his hands on his back while he lays on his stomach with one other cop on his neck. Is that justice? Is that the way you treat a young black man? Scared so you blast? That's proof they would rather see a black man tap dance. The verdict is the same as I'm saying, oops, he didn't mean to. Continue the state of keeping black and brown kids in the scope. Keeping black and brown kids' necks tied up in a rope. I've been trying to tell y'all it's bigger than a cop. It's the system that excuses these murderous cops.
No justice, no peace, no peace, no justice, no justice, no peace.
police are not making any comments about this case so far, and they're not taking any questions from the media. However, we do have some information to share with you. I'm going to have Charlie Landon, our photographer here, push into the situation right now. You can see that there is one man lying here in the middle of the intersection of Fuerte Drive and Avocado Boulevard. We understand that he is in his 20s or 30s. He was shot in the chest by officers just around the noon hour. We do understand that he was carrying a large knife at the time. We don't understand at this hour if he was on foot or if he was in a vehicle at some point. We do understand by talking to some of the witnesses here on the scene that he was walking up southbound on Avocado Boulevard.
This woman was clearly in agony as she was wheeled into the hospital. But the other guy may have been in even worse shape after police say an officer shot him through a window. It wasn't over. Take a look at the intensity that followed back at the house as backup moved in with their guns drawn. San Diego police had the house surrounded after they say several officers from their narcotics team went to serve a search warrant. They say one officer knocked on the window, then looked in and thought she saw a man grab for a gun.
Guys, somebody get into the east yard of the house to the east and block this guy.
Moments after the SWAT team pulled this hostage dressed in pink out of a window, the armed robbery suspect inside of her house started a car in the garage and tried to make a daring getaway. The suspect, a Hispanic man in his late 30s, was shot dead.
Shots were fired. The suspect has been shot and he is pronounced dead.
Sheriffs say 37-year-old Robert Gary Tashner fired a shot in his apartment Friday night and another early this morning. Around 10 in the morning, the sheriff's SWAT team fired gas and weapons as they tried to storm the unit. One officer was wounded in the leg, the other fatally shot in the chest.
Gary, tell me who you want to talk to.
From late morning until 4:30 in the afternoon, negotiators tried to talk Tashner out. Then, with assistance from the San Diego police SWAT team, they stormed again.
We're coming in, boys.
Somehow, Tashner escaped ordnance blasts, gas, smoke, bullets, and fire. Wearing camouflage clothing and carrying an AK-47, he emerged from his burning apartment.
Two deputies were laying on the ground, or the two SWAT team members, whatever they were, and it looked like he caught them totally by surprise. They didn't expect to see him, and he was out of ammunition, and they shot him.
Tashner was apparently dead when he hit the ground. If not, he was dead shortly thereafter. Not very long after he was handcuffed, sheriff's personnel announced that the suspect had been killed. Deputy Lonnie Brewer died at Palomar Hospital. He'd been married 3 weeks to another deputy. Today was his wife's birthday. A third sheriff's SWAT officer was wounded in the hand during the final gunfight with Tashner. The deputy wounded in the knee is in good condition. Doug McAllister, News 8 Escondido.
Southbound 41st, shots fired.
Southbound 41st, shots fired.
Two cars.
He's hit two cars.
Two PD cars.
He hit two PD cars.
Shots have been fired.
10-4, Lincoln 2, shots fired.
All right, get here. Shot fired. 3800, 41st. Dead.
3841st, another TC.
We're at 3830, 41st.
3830, 41st.
Send a paramedic ASAP.
Okay, we're getting medics ASAP.
John, I'm 97, at Whiteman and 41st, holding traffic.
Okay, which unit was Whiteman and 41st with traffic?
John.
25 John, 10-4. How many medics we need? Is it just for one? Sam, we have plenty of units at the scene. Okay, 10-4, we have plenty of units at the scene.
We have paramedics en route.
Okay, sir, medics are en route. Transfer units, media 97 overhead with video. Okay, Lincoln 210-9, I copy. We're taking him into custody.
You get to code 4 for paramedics to come in.
Okay, medics have been cleared in.
Damn, this nigga just got shot, bruh. Damn, this fool just got busted out here, boy. Oh my god. Damn, he just got shot.
He just got shot. Oh, you saw that?
Just poured knives on people, dude.
Like straight up.
Oh my god.
Really? Yes.
The family of a man killed by a San Diego police officer is blasting the district attorney's findings that the shooting was justified.
10 News reporter Allison Ash shows us why the man's widow feels that her family was lied to.
This was the scene last summer after this man, 31-year-old Victor Ortega, was shot and killed by a San Diego police officer. The police department called it self-defense. Ortega's wife thinks differently and says District Attorney Bonnie Dumanis rubber-stamped their findings.
I think she treated it as if Victor doesn't matter to her or me or my family.
Shakina Ortega claims Dumanis promised an independent investigation and didn't deliver it.
And she told my mom that she was going to treat this as if this was her own son.
Do you think she did?
No.
Police say Officer Jonathan McCarthy chased Ortega, who ran all the way through this apartment complex from his home on the other side. When they met near here, that's when things got ugly. The two met in this breezeway where McCarthy claims he was trying to get Victor under control and that during a struggle, Ortega reached for his gun. Fearing for his life, McCarthy fired twice, killing the father of two. Ortega's attorney says the district attorney didn't interview a single witness.
And so this investigation that the DA's office has done in order to reach its finding not to charge Officer McCarthy is based exclusively on the San Diego Police Department's own investigation.
The Ortega family has already filed a federal lawsuit claiming Victor Ortega's civil rights were violated on several levels.
We're going to fight till we get justice. It doesn't end with Bonnie Dumanis.
Okay, subject is covered in blood. He opened the door and now he's back inside. Shut the door.
Lincoln 4, advise 561 Sam that they've got a contingent of SWAT personnel that are coming to assist and possibly relieve him.
561 Sam, copy.
Sam, advise them I'm coming in with the
SWAT in the garage.
Okay, SWAT is entering through the garage.
Questions are being raised about the Border Patrol agent under fire for shooting a mother of 5. Today, Team 10 investigates why the agent may not have been fit to carry a gun or a badge, even though he was hired by the Border Patrol.
And that agent had been called unfit for law enforcement before.
Team 10 investigator Mitch Blocker is here now with the termination letter that has some questioning why the Border Patrol hired Agent Justin Tackett in the first place. Mitch?
Yeah, Monique Takachin's family is going to sue the Border Patrol, saying Agent Justin Tackett was unprovoked when he shot and killed the 32-year-old mother of 5 last month. The big question now being raised is, did the Border Patrol know who they were hiring when they hired Justin Tackett?
This bullet-ridden windshield shattered a family. The Border Patrol says it was just an agent protecting himself, that he was in Chula Vista looking for a fugitive. But now there are questions about whether Justin Tackett should have been a Border Patrol agent at all.
There was abundant evidence of misconduct, dishonesty, mistreatment of people.
Before joining Border Patrol, Tackett was an Imperial County Sheriff's deputy, a job he quit after he was told he was going to be fired. It's been widely reported that he was suspended several times for misconduct, but what has not been reported is what Team 10 uncovered. We found years before Tackett was hired by Border Patrol, the chief deputy in Imperial County planned to fire him, writing in the termination letter, a deputy who cannot be trusted to tell the truth is a person who cannot be trusted with a badge or a gun. The letter says Tackett was to be fired for unprofessional conduct, dishonesty, refusal to obey reasonable regulations, and insubordination. The chief deputy wrote Tackett repeatedly placed himself above the department and its mission, supervisors and their orders, and fellow peace officers and ethical obligations. The termination letter reminds Tackett, you are not a law unto yourself, but no more than an appointed deputy charged with enforcing the laws of the state of California and the county of Imperial. Attorney Gene Ardale filed the lawsuit against the Border Patrol on behalf of the victim's family.
With no change in his law enforcement training and no apparent change in his character, a federal agency, the Border Patrol, hires this man and trusts him with a gun and a badge.
Tackett disputed his firing, arguing it was because he was white and those in charge were Hispanic. We called Tackett. He told us he had no comment for this story.
He's waving something.
Oh, he does have a, it looks like he has a gun in his hand.
It looks like a weapon.
Yeah.
Looks like a weapon.
If he doesn't drop it, they'll shoot him.
They'll make him get out, put his hands up,
He's
drop the
gun. He's going to have to put his hands up. He'll have to see the gun drop.
Foolish to get out of the car with a gun in his hand.
We're widening out the shot just in case he does something foolish. We don't. They're screaming at him to put the gun down. You can, I'm sure, as we've seen these things happen, and if he even points the gun, there he does. He has pointed the gun. They've shot him, and he is down. He is down.
From Sky 10, officers tried to get the suspect to stop, but instead of giving up, he kept going and kept shooting at the officers as he drove away through San Diego, National City, Spring Valley. Officers who were chasing him fired back. At one point, the chase went through 2 area schools. The schools, as a precaution, were locked down. Now, the chase ended as the suspect stopped, and the officers pulled up on each side of his vehicle. One final exchange of gunfire. The suspect was dead.
My thoughts tear me apart, living in this nightmare. Return from past aggression helps me differ from words. The halos farewell, the planet sequence lights. With the whispering hope of love and death. The arms are endless laughs that bleed infinity. The orphan stream traces the vision. Or they make a circumstance. The setting sun will expire between the end of distraction. Away to deep speculations at times like these. But I rise in sympathy. The skies is buzz of disgrace. Half beat moments soon for later. Russian recently employed as intellectuals. Their passing prey. It's the worst time for sunrise. A sign of day costs more than life. How many times has the marked I glanced at palms, wondering of their childhood dreams of ordinary indeed felt gone, how came. After it all, the silence will set out the tireless travel of the headless soldier. The sheep emptiness sets the highest tenure, just as you falls the furthest. And so I come with open arms, I'm scared but living. Emptiness grows, every resting place of imagination. This place away from life as brilliance begins. I touch a map, time stands still for another look around.
Suspect down, 1141, notify L3. 1141, shots fired, suspect is down, notify L1.
4 officers down and the suspect is dead. It is a grisly scene on the streets of East Oakland today.
Cops hate kids, kids hate cops. Cops kill kids with warning shots. Cops hate kids, kids hate cops. Cops kill kids with warning shots. Cops hate kids, kids hate cops. Cops kill kids with warning shots. Kids bust back. Kids bust back.
Popo on patrol, control my block. Loco in the soul, like folks gon' drop. Divide and conquer, you might get got by a stick-up kid with the badge on top.
I'm just pissed off about all these fucking pigs. You hear what I say? I said I'm pissed off about all these fucking cops. Pigs. I call them pigs.